I'm just going to briefly talk about chords, probably even just triads. So triads are 3 notes within a chord. That's a triad. A chord could be. Okay, so we're just going to talk about triads because it's the easiest thing to learn. So you say, let's do C major, for instance. Let's go back to C major. And chords matter and scales matter. We're going to go back to the discussion of scales and chords because in order to compose a song, you need to understand what the chords sound like. Well, just a basic chords with the C major scale. Let's do C major with a chord. Let's do C major with 3 chords, 3 triads. Or, the reason why I'm doing this is I don't want to use any music on the internet, even if it's a recognizable piece, because I'm hearing that a lot of people are being taken down for using music they shouldn't. So going back to the whole thing of why it matters to create your own music is you don't want to put yourself in a predicament, especially on YouTube, if this were to occur. So I think starting from ground zero to understand how to compose a melody on your own is going to save you from drama if you're wanting to post on YouTube on a larger scale. I don't want to get into trouble. So my answer is to make this happen through explaining how to compose. I can teach you. I'm a self-taught composer. You don't have to have a music degree to be able to do music. You have to have some musical knowledge and some understanding of music, but I don't think you need to go. I mean, look, Lady Gaga never went to college. She had musical training, but she didn't go to college for music. There are a lot of musicians out there that are famous that have not had a musical education in that sense. They just were gifted. So I'm going to teach you how to do this, even if you're not going to get your music degree. That's how I see it. So. Variations of a triad. So you can build it from C, E, G, okay? First inversion. It's called inversion. So first inversion for a triad, a C major. First inversion, second inversion, third inversion. So the first inversion implies, or the first inversion has C, E, G. The second inversion, you're going to put the E in the front, E, G, C, okay, and then the third inversion, the G is going to be at the bottom, G, C, E. That's easy to do. You guys can do this. First inversion, second inversion, third inversion. So you're going to play the C major scale if you got into that stage with the inversions, both right hand and left hand. And then you can do and you can hear where it comes in. Great exercise. You can do it for all the scales. So once you feel comfortable doing something like that with both hands, then talking about other chord progressions other processes will be the way to go. Being a musician is one thing, but being, like, you either have it or you don't, if you know what I mean. I feel as if music should be something that comes from within rather than it being taught to you. And if you have the know-how and the skills, you can teach yourself in other ways. YouTube's great, once again, going back to the whole thing of YouTube, because you can find things on here that I had been looking for that I could not find. anywhere in the world when I was younger. I literally had to learn how to do a lot of these things on my own. When I had music teachers, they didn't teach me this stuff. They taught me how to read the music and how to play chords to an extent, but they never ever taught me how to compose music. I taught myself. This is, if I can do it, going back to the whole thing, if I can do this, you can definitely do this. I will guide you through the process, step by step, of how to learn how to do this. Once again, going back to triads and inversions, okay? This is just the triad inversion, just a C major inversion of C major chord. This is a C, and it's major, not minor. Minor sounds like this. Minor, major, minor, major, minor, major. You can hear minor sounds like it's slightly off, and major sounds like it's right. So let's do it again. Triads, 3 triads in 3 intervals. Okay? C major. Left hand. Key signatures. Let's do G. Okay, we're going to use triads again. G major. And then, okay, those can also be translated into arpeggios in classical music. So in normal, like, music training, if you're not doing classical music, these are just called triads. Arpeggio exercise. In classical. I just wanted to touch up on that. If you have the skills and the know-how to learn to implement things on your own, the self-dedication will help you grow even better and stronger, because you have to prove to people what you can do and what you can't do. I really appreciate everybody that comes back and watches, and those that are still new and checking out the space. Please like and subscribe and follow. I would be absolutely overjoyed for you guys to watch the journey through the process and helping you guys as well.